Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to High Top Sports Network. This evening's presentation of boys varsity volleyball, an Armstrong County rivalry game. The West Shamokin Wolves here at Armstrong to take on the Riverhawks. My name is Josh Schreckengoss. Thanks so much for joining me this evening, about 5 minutes away from game time here. These two teams met in the season opener, and West Shamokin took that in straight sets. Armstrong looking to avenge that loss and get on the winning track. West Shamokin, the defending District 6 champions, a very strong program, as many of you out there know. Head coach Scott Craig. He is assisted by Melinda Osterling, Matt Osterling, Paula McKee, Eric Spencer, and Jill Glover. And on the other side, Armstrong head coach Greg Hedgelin. He is assisted by Andrea Lasher and Doug Hankey. So those are the coaching staffs. We will get the starting lineups here for you shortly and get this one underway in just a few moments. Thanks to our scoreboard sponsor and player of the game sponsor this evening, Nicola Ann Photography. And thanks to our other great sponsors here on High Top Sports Network, Steffi's Country Catering, Shop and Save at Franklin Village, Ryan Bowser State Farm, A.E. Rican Welding Company. They are a West Shamokin sponsor, so give them some love tonight. And pretty soon, Armstrong Indoor Athletics will be on board sponsoring some baseball coverage here later in the season. Also want to thank Klingensmith's Neighborly Drugstore. Great sponsor as well of our spring sports coverage here on High Top Sports Network. As mentioned, the West Shamokin Wolves strong once again this year. The Riverhawks, you know, they're a fledgling program. They're trying to get it up and running. Not a great season record-wise, but a lot of hustle, a lot of heart. So we will see what the Riverhawks have in store tonight. I understand they are a little bit short-handed this evening. Will be without Dylan Toy and John Yancey, two starters. West Shamokin looks to have the full complement out there. About 2 minutes away from Armstrong co-athletic director and public address announcer Jake Canish to give us the starting lineups and the sportsmanship message from the PIAA before every sporting event.
Test 1, 2, 3, test 1.
Jake is getting on the mic down there, doing a little audio test of his own. He's kind enough to bring me rosters once again, as he always does. Special thanks to Mr. Canish and, of course, Mr. Todd Harvey, the other co-athletic director and head trainer here at Armstrong. Always make us high top guys feel welcome and at home. Teams just about finished with their warm-ups. And we will be right back with the starting lineups. And back live here now, Jake Canish on the mic, getting ready to welcome everyone and get us our starting lineups. Again, you are tuned into High Top Sports Network. My name is Josh Reckengast. We're going to mute out the copyrighted version of the national anthem here and be right back.
Educational setting. Please give these students your positive encouragement and support. Booing, taunting, or intimidating the officials or opponents.
The sportsmanship message being read now by Mr. Canish.
First with a guest on the scoreboard and dressed in black, the Wolves of West Shamokin High School. A senior number
Pretty good turnout here this evening. Got a nice West Shamokin contingent in the house. Christian Sharp down there wearing the one-leg stocking. It's usually a basketball look, but Christian doing it on the volleyball court.
The coaches of the Wolves are Scott Craig, and assisted by Melinda Osterley, Matt Osterley, Paul McGee, Eric Spencer, and Jill Glover. All right, Rocks fans, it's time for you to make some noise. It's time to introduce the starters for your Armstrong River Rocks. A 5'10" freshman center, Ray Pankey. A 6'5" sophomore outside hitter, Nathan Rosenberger. A 5'11" sophomore outside hitter, Aiden McKay. A 6'7" senior middle blocker, Michael Wagman. A 6'5" junior middle blocker, Jackson Claypool. A 5'9" senior libero, Carter Piaski.
I guess we're going through the entire Armstrong roster down there. What we just got the starters for the Wolves, but everybody getting a shout out here on the Armstrong side. I'm just about to get this non-section boys volleyball match underway. As mentioned, a couple Armstrong County teams doing battle. And I spoke with Coach Craig after that season opening win against the Riverhawks, and I asked him if it was a rivalry, and he said he didn't really consider it one. He said, you know, a lot of these guys play club ball together, they're friends, they're involved in the same programs. So more of a friendly rivalry than anything. Official down there checking the net. West Shamokin victorious in the JV match prior to this one. And out on the court for the Wolves, number 10, Owen Stover. Number 7, Ezra Osterling. You're going to hear those two names quite a bit. Number 2, Luke Palmo. Number 14, Jacob Wadding. Number 8, RJ Kirkwood. And number 13, Delbert Rankin. Well, maybe that's not a 3. Maybe that's a 2. Sorry. Derek Leibarger, number 12, out there for the Wolves. Couldn't really see it. The 2 kind of looked like a 3 from the side there. And the Riverhawks will start with service. Back to the line for Armstrong will be number 15, Sam Jacobs. Well, Claypool took a good shot there. Nice dig by Sharp. Good dive there by Hankey. Contested at the net. Still rallying here. Opening point up for grabs. There's Stover, blocked down by Claypool, but out of bounds. So, first point of the match goes to West Shamokin. And back to the line for the Wolves will be Stover. Jump serve here from Stover. Right at Kioski. Quick set to Wagaman. And that one goes off of Hankey. Diving attempt. Well, that was Jacobs' diving attempt, and that free ball attempted by Kioski doesn't make it over the net. So 2-0 West Shamokin here to start. Stover jump serve. There's Osterling, and he'll get a kill. 3-0 run to start it here. Ezra Osterling, the sophomore, he and Stover, the 2 big hitters for this Wolves team. And an ace right there for Stover. Makes it 4-0. Stover continues to serve, and that one just a bit too long and out of bounds. So first point of the match for the Riverhawks comes on that service error from Owen Stover. Kioski now serving for the Riverhawks, and that one too long. Off the right hand of number 14, Jacob Wadding. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe contacted, so that makes it 5-1, excuse me. The scoreboard readjusted right there. Back row attack there from Stover. Dig by Hankey. Kioski with the bump set. And it's blocked down and off of Jacobs and out of bounds. That was Savinda that got blocked. And it will send Christian Sharp to the line. Claypool too long, tried to go across the court there. Ended up sailing out of bounds toward the West Shamokin bench. So quick start here for the Wolves, up 7-1. Set for Claypool, and that'll be a kill for Jackson Claypool. Get the Riverhawks back to the service line. Got a couple of substitutions here. Looked like Aiden McKay coming in as well as Sam Dosh, and Dosh will head to the service line. There's Osterling. Back row dug out by Jacobs. Free ball sent across by McKay there. There's Osterling again. Dig by Kioski. It's right at the net. There's Dosh, and he's going to get called for the lift. Oh, excuse me, that was a net violation. Apologies. Dosh went into the net right there, so the point to West Shamokin. And Liebarger at the line. There's a contested ball at the net. Kirkwood able to put it down. That's now opening up a 7-point lead as West Shamokin. And Liebarger back to the line. Oh, and that came off the outside of Liebarger's hand and out of bounds. So a service error will put Jackson Claypool at the line. Checking in now for West Shamokin is David Moore. First action for Moore. Here's Osterling off the set, into the block, and down for the kill. Caleb Retzer was there at the net, but Osterling able to put it down. And he'll head to the line. Jump serve by Osterling, heads toward the Armstrong bench and out of bounds. Service error. Seen a couple of those so far. Really, the couple of times that I've seen West Shamokin in action, they've been victorious. But the one area I would think that, they maybe need to improve upon a little bit is that, ability to keep those serves in bounds. Sometimes with those big jump serves by Stover and Osterling, it's tough to keep them in bounds. And I'm not sure what happened here. I think they're going to replay that point. So Retzer at the line. There's Stover way over swings and launches it off the wall and out of bounds. There's Kirkwood. And I don't think that one got across the net. So Armstrong making a little run here to get back into this one. 10-6 now, the Riverhawks down. Lob serve there by Retzer. Stover over the block. And a dig by Claypool in the back row. There's McKay, and he doesn't get it over the net. So a nice little run there, though, for Armstrong to bring it back to a 4-point game. That point makes it a 5-point game now. West Shamokin in the lead. And checking in for the Wolves is Travis Johns, the freshman. He'll head to the service line. Oh, and Claypool misplays that, so that'll be an ace for Johns. Well, Dosh somehow got it across there, running over his head backwards. Kind of caught the Wolves off guard, I think, and it drops in there for a point for the Riverhawks. Rafe Hankey heading back to the line for Armstrong to serve. And that set was too far over Stover's head right there. Coming off the hands of Luke Palmo. Bump set here to Stover, and he gets the kill. So it worked that time. Stover, a good swing right there. Put it in perfect placement, too, toward the back line. No Riverhawks in sight. So a good kill there by Owen Stover. Palmo will serve. And Claypool misplays another one. That's 2 now for Jackson Claypool. And would not be surprised if the Wolves keep trying to go at him. Back row attack by Rosenberger. There's Osterling. He was there. And a swing by Leibarger goes into the net. 14-9. Now the Riverhawks trail. And Jacobs comes back in to serve. Hankey, the quick set to Wagaman. And the point goes to the Riverhawks. Wagaman was in the net. Excuse me, the point goes to the Wolves. The Riverhawks were in the net, and that was Wagaman. Well, another good serve by Stover, and Armstrong having some trouble in the serve-receive game right now. And I thought it was 16-9, but the scoreboard still, no, it is. Just a little late update there. And Claypool having some real struggles out there right now, receiving these serves. And Armstrong head coach Greg Hedgeland will take his first timeout of the match. And while we have a timeout, let's thank one of our great sponsors here on High Top Sports Network, Steffi's Country Catering, located in Adrian. I wonder if anybody out there took my advice and ordered their Easter dinner or lunch or whatever kind of meal from Steffi's Country Catering. It was a pretty fantastic menu. Going over Terry's Facebook page right here, and it looks like got some great desserts. Remember, Sugar Rush cupcakes by Tara are available. I always recommend the red velvet. Never fails. Certainly. Everything at Steffi's Country Catering. Home cooked. Generous portions. Check out their Facebook page. You can find them on Facebook, Steffi's Country Catering, and put that order in as Stover gets another ace. That one hit the tape and dropped. Wow, absolute laser beam, and it splits Jacobs and Kioski. Drops in there for yet another ace from Owen Stover. Wolves up by 10. It's a free ball going across right there. Shamokin chance to set up. Quick set by Palmo, contested at the net. Wagaman and Wadding were going at it right there, and Wadding touched it last, so point to the Riverhawks. And that one ends up in the net for a service error on Armstrong. That'll make it 20-10 as Sharp goes back to the line. Oh, ball right at the net there. Osterling had a chance, but ultimately end up going West Shamokin's way. Armstrong unable to return it. That was Savinda, get it across. Here's Osterling with a chance, and in. Great shot there by Ezra Osterling. Going all the way across. Dropping it in right in front of that near sideline. So Sharp back to the line. Sends it over. There's Savinda. Hankey sets up Claypool, and he'll get a kill. Stover was unable to pop that one back up with that right arm. 22-11. McKay checks back in for the Riverhawks, as does Dosh. And Dosh will head to the line. Well, that swing by Osterling ends up just out of bounds. Emphatic call by our line judge down there. And that one ends up out again. That's Trevor Aldrich down there on the near side here. Very emphatic with his calls. I like it. 22-13 now. Osterling. And that set a little in front of Osterling right there. Couldn't get it across. 22-14. Dosh remains at the line. And that one sailed on him a little bit. Too long on the serve. So West Shamokin now up 23-14. There's Leibarger back at the line. And again, Leibarger with the service error. He's got a couple of those. That looked like it went off the inside of his hand. The other one looked like it went off the outside. They both went different directions, so definitely a possibility. And here's Claypool at the line for the Hawks. Well, that was a good set, but Osterling, it's a little too much sauce on it. Couldn't drop it down in bounds. I'll give the Riverhawks credit. They have continued to fight in this set. Stover from the back row. There's Rosenberger, and it goes off of Kirkwood, and he goes down, but looks to be all right. There's Osterling going left-handed that time, and it works. So we are at game point here in the first set. Osterling with the jump serve into the net, so the Riverhawks will live to fight for at least one more point. Kioski out and Wagaman back in. Caleb Retzer to the line. Retzer had a pretty good run at the service line his last trip through the rotation. And it drops. Big block there by Wagaman. Blocked it back to the West Shamokin side and dropped it in. Well, blocked again by Wagaman. Making a defensive stand here, and the Hawks have fought back. And a timeout called by West Shamokin head coach Scott Craig. While we have a timeout here, I'd like to thank great sponsor of High Top Sports Network, and that is Shop and Save at Franklin Village. Checking out the weekly special here. Ooh, Sugardale sliced bacon, $1 off with an e-coupon, $2.99. Angus boneless top round roast or London broil, just $3.99 a pound. We got fruit pies in the bakery, and those are fantastic. Check one of those out. 8-inch fruit pie, $4.99. Really nice price on that. And Angus bone-in standing beef rib roast, $12.99 a pound. Hatfield marinated pork tenderloin or fillets, $5.99. Remember, earn fuel perks with every purchase. Fuel Center is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so anytime you need to fill up. Oh, and a tough way to end it. Big swing by Stover. Ball dug out, goes up into the rafters. And Armstrong unable to return it. So the first set goes West Shamokin's way. And as they did in that season opener, West Shamokin holding off the Riverhawks, and in that opening match of the season. The two teams, West Shamokin, I distinctly remember them in a couple of those sets jumping out to big leads. Armstrong just keep plugging away and get back into it, but ultimately a straight sets victory for West Shamokin in that opener, and they take set number 1 here this evening. So we got a couple of minutes here between sets, and we'd like to thank Klingensmith's Neighborly Drugstore. Klingensmith's wants to be your go-to drugstore. Any big box chain with a pharmacy can fill your prescription, but Klingensmith's is a high-performance pharmacy. And high performance means they do so much more. Klingensmith's provides health care. They do vaccines, all type of vaccines. And they do them at all 7 of their pharmacy locations. Every Klingensmith's pharmacist is certified to administer vaccines. They require it to work there as a pharmacist. I mean, how else could they have administered over 15,000 COVID-19 shots to people in our communities over the past year? What else do they do at Klingensmith's? Well, they do this thing called med synchronization. What is that, you might ask? Let's say you take multiple meds every day, and over the course of a month, you need to go to the pharmacy 3, 4, 5, even 6 times to pick up your prescriptions. Klingensmith's will figure out a way to have all of your medications ready on the same day each month. This saves you time, and it saves you money, especially now that it costs a fortune to fill up your car's gas tank. They also offer home delivery of your medications at Klingensmith's. If you can't make it to the pharmacy, they'll deliver your meds to your home, and they'll do it at no cost to you. Klingensmith's is family owned. They've been in the drugstore business since 1940. That's 82 years of service to the good people here in Armstrong and Clarion counties. The people who make up the Klingensmith's teams are your neighbors. Back to the action here. West Shamokin starts it off. That's Palma with the serve. And Hankey can't play it out of the net. First point of set number 2 goes to the Wolves. There's Wagaman, little tip. And a free ball sent across there by the Wolves. Wagaman with another chance at the net. And Wadding, I believe, was in the net. So first point there for Armstrong, ties it up at 1. Good rally here on this particular point, and Stover, it's out of bounds there. I don't think Jacobs got a hand on it. So that point goes Armstrong's way. 2-1 now. Kioski back to serve for the Riverhawks. And Stover too long a game. So Armstrong out to a lead. 3-1 now. Kioski sends it. And there's Wadding. Set kind of hung up there a little bit for him, but he was able to get that little push shot off the block and down for the point. Oh, Sharp played that. It looked like it was going out of bounds. Stover too long from the back row. So Dosh back into the game to serve. Here's Osterling off the block, right into Sharp. Somehow Osterling kept that alive, but the free ball goes out of bounds. Point Riverhawks. (5-2) now, Armstrong in the lead. Their biggest lead of the night. Back row attack by Stover. And blocked down by Claypool. It drops. A lefty shot there by Osterling. Now the Riverhawks just got to send it across. Free ball. Chance for the Wolves to set it up. There's Leibarger, and he's too long. So the attack errors starting to mount here for the Wolves in set number 2. Well, Osterling didn't miss on that one. Big time kill. Sharp at the line. Oh, and that one goes off of Savinda and out of bounds. So big service point right there for the Wolves. Oh, miscommunication there by the Riverhawks. That one falls in. Claypool and Dosh kind of got their signals crossed a little bit right there. And that one goes off of Savinda all the way back. And he tries to play a free ball across and will not be able to make it. Oh, that set over top. Went over Jackson Claypool, but somehow, some way, Rafe Hankey sends it over. Stover trying to come up from the back row to dig that one out, but Hankey will get the kill. So 8-6 now. Armstrong on top by a couple. And too long on the serve by Savinda. Now the Wolves with a chance to tie it. Up at 8 apiece. Well, Leibarger just let that one fall on the jump serve. An uncharacteristic mistake right there for Savinda. Riverhawks, as a team tonight, have had some trouble receiving these West Shamokin serves. Osterling, attack error right there for the Wolves, so it puts Armstrong back on top by a point. Jackson Claypool at the line, just gets it over the tape. And that one ends up in the stands. And a point for the Wolves. So Osterling back to the line now. And it hits the tape and drops. Osterling with the ace. And that puts West Shamokin up a point. And another point there for the Wolves. Sorry if you hear the clicking of my camera. And check out our coverage of Armstrong County Athletics in the Leader Times High Top Sports Network, the official content provider of the Leader Times Sports section, as Osterling ends up in the net there on the serve. And that'll send Rafe Hankey back to the line for Armstrong. Well, Palmo tried to get it across right there. The pass from Stover on the reception of the serve wasn't in the right spot. Not really much Palmo could do right there. Stover, and it hits Savinda's hand. Was nearly out of bounds. Would have been out of bounds, excuse me. Savinda with some frustration there after that. And Travis Johns back to the line for the Wolves. Hankey just tried to punch it across there, but it goes out of bounds. 14-11 now. West Shamokin up. Riverhawks started this set out with the lead. Wolves just keep on coming. Rosenberger blocked at the net there by Stover. Wadding was also in the area. And that one drops for a West Shamokin point. John sends it across. Ooh, nearly to that end line there. Here's McKay, diving dig right there. Nice play. And Osterling able to kill it. What a play by David Moore to keep it alive on that dig. And a timeout called by Armstrong head coach Greg Hedgelin. And while we have a timeout, let's thank another great sponsor, A.E. Rican Welding Company. If my man Joe Rhodes was here, he'd tell you, if you need two giant hunks of metal permanently fused together for all time, you need to call A.E. Rican Welding. Jeff and Drew Rican, awesome dudes, very supportive of local athletics and supportive of us. A.E. Rican Welding Company, located at 139 Minnick Road, Dayton, PA. You can give them a call, 724-783-7878, for all of your commercial welding and fabricating needs. Call A.E. Rican Welding Company in Dayton. Back to the action here. 16-11. Didn't update that after the last point, sorry. It is 16-11. Make it 17-11. As that one ends up out of bounds off of Savinda. Wagaman and Kioski, a little collision right there, but Armstrong able to get it across. Here's Stover, and he gets it. Great placement on that shot by Owen Stover. Another kill for him. It's making a strong case to be named our Nicola Ann Photography Player of the Game. Got a pretty sweet t-shirt here for the Player of the Game. Thanks to Nikki Shoemaker for sending that over today. And the Riverhawks finally end that run by West Shamokin. Here's Stover, wow. Boy, that one had some velocity on it. Jacobs was there, but just nothing you can do with a ball coming that hard. 19-12 now. Wolves on top. And to the line. Here's Palmo. There's McKay, and that one goes off sharp. Osterling laying out, keeping it alive. Free ball across. Oh, and that one went off sharp, but Osterling there again for the save. What a dig by Palmo on the spike by Wagaman, but Shamokin unable to play it again. And that one drops. Carter Kioski with the serve for Armstrong. Back row attack from Osterling. There's Kioski with the dig. $19-15 now. Riverhawks clawing back once again. See if West Shamokin can hold them off. Stover. That one out of bounds, so the point goes to the Riverhawks. Armstrong was on top to start this set, now trying to fight back. And that one blocked by Claypool. Here's McKay, a little tip. And it ends up out of bounds. No contact there by West Shamokin, so 20-16 now. Stover at the line. And he just got that foot on that line immediately. The line judge on the other side threw up the flag, so service error right there by Stover. Osterling, big swing right there, but a dig by Jacobs. Savinda sends it across. Osterling another chance, a runner. And it goes off the tape and falls in. Sharp back to serve now. West Shamokin up 4. Here's Hankey. Osterling with another big swing and off the tape again. That's worked to perfection for Ezra Osterling so far in this match. Just changes the flight of the ball. And it drops in there, so 22-17 now. Armstrong head coach Greg Hedgeland takes a timeout. And while we have a moment here during this timeout, I'd like to thank our scoreboard and player of the game sponsor, Nicola Ann Photography. She is a professional photographer with studio locations in Katanning and Lawrenceville. She specializes in newborns, children, seniors, families, and sports teams. Photographs many of the sports teams here at Armstrong High School, and as well as West Shamokin and many of the surrounding schools, with a specialty in on-location, highly digitalized team and individual sport photos. She was also featured in a Pittsburgh Post-Gazette article as one of the top photographers in the Pittsburgh area. That's Nicola Ann Photography, our scoreboard and player of the game sponsor for this evening's match. Give her a call at 724-388-8949. Well, Claypool got called for the lift right there. I thought that was a pretty decent looking shot, but the official thought otherwise. There's Savinda, too long. So once again, game point here in set number 2. West Shamokin took the first set. Trying to repeat the feat here in set number 2. Claypool into the block. Hankey sends it over. Here's Palmer all the way across to Osterling. Off the contact of Claypool, and it drops. So that does it. 25-17 here in set number 2. West Shamokin now up 2 games to none. And while we have some time here between sets, thank another great sponsor of High Top Sports Network. That's Ryan Bowser State Farm. Ryan Bowser, an insurance agent in Ford City. You can call him at 724-763-9331 or visit him online, ryanbowsersf.com. You can get your quotes online. You can get help with a claim, pay the bill. And it's not just about auto insurance with Ryan Bowser, even though State Farm is the largest auto insurer in the nation and can provide you several great products. But Ryan and his awesome staff can help you with homeowners insurance, renters insurance. You can insure your personal articles, valuables like jewelry, sports memorabilia, and other things you find valuable and important. Ryan can also help you with business insurance, life insurance, health insurance, banking, and even pet insurance. When your pets need medical attention, the last thing you should worry about is the cost. State Farm works with Trupanion, a leader in high-quality pet medical insurance, to make it easier for pet owners to care for their furry family members. And if you've watched our broadcasts in the past, you've heard me say that pets are like family members, so they take it seriously at Ryan Bowser State Farm. Again, you can give them a ring, 724-763-9331, or stop in 1422 Fifth Avenue in Ford City. Check out the website, www.ryanbowsersf.com. Like a good neighbor, Ryan Bowser State Farm is there. So about to get set number 3 underway. West Shamokin up 2-0 right now. And trying to make it a perfect 6 for 6 against Armstrong. Straight sets in that season opener. Trying to return the favor on the Riverhawks home court. And about to get that third set underway. Officials are checking the lineups and the rotations. Kioski in, Claypool out, and Sam Jacobs starting it off for Armstrong. At the line. Well, free ball coming across here. Set to Stover. Dig in the back there by Jacobs. And Stover, another big swing, but the ball ends up in the bleachers, unable to play it. So first point of the third set goes to the Wolves. Stover with the jump serve. There's McKay, but blocked. McKay trying again, blocked again. And a ball handling error there on the Riverhawks. A couple of nice blocks there in the middle by number 16. That's Nikki Atherton. Well, Stover fires one into the net there, service error. There's Osterling, little push, and it works. Was winding up like he was going to take a big cut at it, but a little push right over the block, and it drops. 3-1 West Shamokin. Oh, and an ace right there from Sharp as the Riverhawks didn't play it. Dropped right inside that near sideline. 4-1 now. Wolves on top. Kirkwood and I believe that was Liebarger both there at the net. Free ball sent across by the Wolves. Quick set to Claypool, but ends up in the net. Attack error right there on Jackson Claypool. Hankey tried to set him up. Oh, and Sharp tried to dig that spike by Savinda, but just a little too long on the pass up to the front row. Ends up in the net. Sam Dosh at the line. And he ends up coming up short on that serve. Kirkwood. Well, Kioski was there, and there's Claypool going up top. Able to knock that one down. Jackson Claypool getting high up off the ground right there. Good serve there by Savinda. Here's a chance for Osterling. Dig by Kioski, but it goes toward the net. Dosh couldn't get to it. So Osterling heading to the service line here for the Wolves. Jump serve ends up in the net. Osterling just kind of threw his hands up there. And Claypool sends it over. Here's Palmo trying to set up Stover. Wagaman, a nice play, but Sharp able to run it down. Here's Stover. And a net violation. I think that one's going against Wagaman. (8-4) now Wolves lead here in set number 3. Travis Johns checks in. Oh, ball popped up there and miscommunication by the Wolves. Falls down to the court. Nobody touched that second hit. And Rafe Hankey to the line, awaits the whistle, gets it, and sends it across. Stover into the block right there and down for the kill. Stover having an excellent game once again here. He's had a fair amount of success at the service line and certainly one of the Wolves' big hitters. And Rosenberger across, Osterling. Here's Osterling, back row, too long. (9-6) is the score. And back into the game will be Sam Jacobs to the line. There's Stover from the near side. There's Jacobs. Oh, and it goes off of the supports. And it went right back toward Jacobs, and you can't hit it twice in a row. Nothing he could do about that. So Stover back to the line. Don't see him come off the court very often. Well, Osterling going to get credit for that kill. Jacobs kind of got caught in between. And here's Stover, jump serve. That one's played by Kioski, and now he'll get it back. Free ball. Back row attack from Stover, and a kill. So Owen Stover continuing to put together a dominant effort here. Kioski receives that serve from Stover. That was Savinda, good swing by him, but Stover there with the dig. Back row again from Stover, Kioski, and McKay at the net. And a contested ball at the net falls short on the Riverhawks side of the court. Point goes to Armstrong right there as that one ends up out of bounds. And another kill for the Wolves. That makes it 14-7, doubled up here. The Wolves on top of the Riverhawks. Here's Stover. Oh, Claypool right there. At the net, big block by Jackson Claypool. And it drops. There's Osterling, but again, Claypool right there. My man Tim Toy would say that one was roofed. Osterling, that one off the antenna, I do believe. So that'll make it 14-10 now. Armstrong once again trying to pull themselves back into this third set. Little mini run here for the Riverhawks. And too long from Stover with the push. So now 14-11, Dosh still serving there for Armstrong. Oh, Osterling. Good hit right there. Kioski laid out for it. Just couldn't get it back forward into the court, into the, I was going to say field of play, but we're inside. This is a gym. And heading to the line, David Moore here for West Shamokin. Dosh, quick set to Claypool, and he hammers it down. Jackson Claypool doing a nice job in this third set, offensively and defensively. A couple of big blocks for Claypool. There's Osterling. Bangs it down again. He's finding that spot over here on the near side. And he will head to the service line. There's Rosenberger, and took a little something off that one and drops it in. Oh, an ace there for Claypool. Well, Shamokin didn't react properly. It got over Stover's head. And falls. I'm not sure if he thought maybe Moore was behind him there. Just over that set a little far off. And it makes it a 1-point game here, so good comeback by the Riverhawks. They were down 14-7 just a little bit ago. And Osterling, he finds it, stopping the Armstrong run. Travis Johns at the line for the Wolves. Oh, Hankey, nice little shot there, but a really good diving dig from David Moore. Chance to set up here all the way across to Stover. I think that one ended up in the net. Not sure Wagerman was there. And Rafe Hankey sends it. Just a 1-point game now. Nice little tip by Palmo, but a even better dig by Kioski. Good dig by Osterling in the back. Waterman tried a little push, but Wolves were ready. Sharp with a good dig on Rosenberger right there. Osterling from the back row. Good rally. Contested ball. And a net violation. Think it was Wagerman again. He's had some trouble staying out of that net today. Back up to a 2-point lead for the Wolves. Well, Rosenberger off the tape and it bounced back, so 4 hits called on Armstrong there. And an ace from Palmo. Timeout taken by Armstrong head coach Greg Hedgeland. And while we have just a few seconds here, one more time we'd like to thank all of our great sponsors on High Top Sports Network. Steffi's Country Catering, Shop and Save at Franklin Village, A. Eureka Welding Company, Ryan Bowser State Farm, Stiller Motorsports, Nicola Ann Photography, and Klingensmith's Neighborly Drugstores. Thanks to those businesses for their continued support of what we do here on High Top Sports Network. If you or someone you know is a local business owner or involved with a community organization that would like to sponsor our coverage of amateur athletics here in Western Pennsylvania, plenty of ways to reach out to us. Feel free. Back to the action. Out of the timeout, Rosenberger gets the kill. Well, just like they drew it up, that one got Armstrong girls varsity volleyball coach Andrea Lasher up out of her seat. Not too long on that attack was Andon Lavely. Oh, and it works out for the Riverhawks right there. 20-19 now. As Jacobs able to place that serve nicely. Palmo back row to Osterling. Dug there by Hankey. Bump set, contested ball at the net. Somehow, some way, Aiden McKay kept that alive. Osterling into the block of Wagaman. Wagaman again there, just a wall at the net. Really good rally on this particular point between these two teams. And Stover, the push to the back row, no man's land. And he drops it in, 21-19 now. And that'll send Owen Stover to the line. Here's McKay with a little tip. Osterling and down for the kill. Nice set right there. And there's where Osterling did the rest. So now the Wolves just 3 points away from taking another straight sets victory over the Riverhawks. And we're going to get a conference here with the officials. Well, I think that West Shamokin was out of order on the rotation there. Coach Craig getting the explanation. Luke Palmo over to talk to the official. Had to hit the cough button right there. Apologies. And that point will go to West Shamokin after the lift. And a timeout called by Armstrong head coach Greg Hedgeland. Just 2 points away here for West Shamokin, trying to seal the deal for another victory. Christian Sharp at the line, trying to finish this one off for the Wolves. And it's out of bounds, service arrow by Sharp. So back to a 2-point lead here for West Shamokin. And that's going to put Sam Dosh at the line. Osterling, good swing, but Jacobs back there with the dig. And Stover just tried a back row attack right there, but it ends up falling short in the net. So 1-point game here. Osterling, and that's off Kioski and off the wall somehow. They get it back, but, oh, it stayed in. One hustle there by the Riverhawks. Little tip there by Stover. And he puts it down, so we are at match point. Great hustle by Armstrong to somehow save that. Well, that's going to bring David Moore in. Here we go on match point. And Claypool hammers it down off the quick set by Dosh. 24-23. These Riverhawks have continued to battle all evening long. Definitely no quit in this Armstrong team. And it goes out of bounds. The service error by Savinda. That will do it. 25-23 in the third set. Another straight sets victory for West Shamokin in this rivalry of Armstrong County boys volleyball teams. And this evening's Nicola Ann Photography Player of the Game, going to give it to Owen Stover. No surprise. At times very dominant out there. You can see that, you know, the offense runs through Stover and Osterling, but Stover, I think tonight was a pretty fair choice for our Nicola Ann Photography Player of the Game. I'm going to run down and give him his t-shirt here before the Wolves hit the buses. Really appreciate you tuning in tonight to High Top Sports Network with me, Josh Schreckengast, for this boys varsity volleyball match. Remember, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Just search High Top Sports on Facebook, at @hightop_sports on Twitter. See what we're up to. Hopefully the weather warms up a little bit. Cutting some snow the past couple of days, and it's also been a very wet beginning to the spring sports season, so a lot of games being shuffled around. I'm just looking at the forecast really quickly, and of course there's rain in the forecast on Thursday. But hopefully we'll get some outdoor games in here. Some baseball, some softball. Make sure you tune in, check us out. If you like what we do, as I said, feel free to reach out. If you or someone you know would like to sponsor High Top Sports Network's coverage of high school athletics here in Western PA. So I'm going to run down and get Owen Stover his Nicola Ann Photography Player of the Game t-shirt. Congratulations to Owen Stover and the West Shamokin Wolves. A 3-0 victory tonight for West Shamokin over Armstrong. Everyone out there, hope you have a wonderful, safe evening. And look forward to having you tune in repeatedly throughout the season and check us out here on High Top Sports Network. My name is Josh Schreckengast. Stay safe and be well.